Hey guys, what's going on? Today I got something new, and I hope you like it. So, I've been playing a whole ton of World of Warcraft lately, and I love this game. And the guys that make this game, Blizzard, they put a lot into it to making it look beautiful. And so, what I want to do going forward is find the games that I love and try to match photography and gaming somehow and see if it turns out cool. So, what I want to try first is I was looking around on like how am I going to make this happen, and I found a pretty cool photo. I was searching around on 500 pics, and I found this picture of this awesome dog by this Frederick Schultz. I don't know how to say that name, but this awesome picture of this dog, and I was wondering if I could recreate this scene inside of the game and then edit it in a way that it looks similar. So I don't know, let's try it out. All right, so this is the little guy that I want to try to take a photo of in a way, and all this crap when I go to do it is going to be like that. And see, doesn't that little guy look cute? Little fire guy, he should look a lot like that dog when we get into it. So let's find a way to fly over. I was scoping it out earlier to try to find a place that looks good, and I found that the spot in Fellwood looks pretty cool because if you look at that photo, it was in a really wooded area, but the woods were kind of it looked like it was taken in fall, and everywhere else is like this lush green that you can see everywhere, and that's not really what I want. So this looks real nice here. My main issue is that I don't like this whole spot here. Whoa, this whole spot here. But I might be able to do that. I'm gonna put on walking so I don't move as much. But you know what? I think that right there is perfect. I'm gonna print screen. Boom. Captured the. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna move my mouse. I'm gonna do it again. Boom. All right, let's now let's get out of here. We can exit the game now. All right, I got my screenshots. Push that up, open. This is the one that we got. A little bit more than this, but we can't really see it. So let me shrink that. Nope, go small. Nope, not that. All right. You know, side by side, they're not looking too good, but I mean, they're very different. But let's see what we can do. I mean, this is super green, and this is not. I mean, he has that cool light on him, but I mean, I kind of got that. Let's try to recreate this a little bit, and let's have some fun. Okay, now we're in here. We can see this stuff. Here goes the two that we took. I don't think it really matters. They both have it, but I'll just take this one. Whatever. Let's import this. All right, and now we're gonna take it and we're gonna develop it. And I'm doing this all in Lightroom. I don't think it really needs much of anything else, but I'm gonna take, not this photo, get out here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it over to my other screen so that I kind of have some reference for that. All right, contrast is up. I want to keep the dog the same. I might do a couple little touchy thingies if I can, but we'll see what it is that we can do first. With this background, in the other thing, in the other photo, the dog had a little bit of light on his head, and all the background is blurred out. Right now, all the background is in focus, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cool wand machine, and I have this pushed all the way over to this side. Clarity, I don't care about that, but just so that I'm able to see exactly the area that I'm going to be hitting with it'll look just like a little bit of a different color. And I'm going to get all of this background stuff and try to focus all that stuff and make it look a little bit different. And when I have all that stuff highlighted, what I'm going to do is, you can check it by going like this. Does it all have a little bit of red on it? Yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down its sharpness a little bit, and I'm going to bring down its clarity. So hopefully it looks, wow. I mean, that didn't really do anything. Maybe if I drop the sharpness even more. There we go. Now it really looks like it's out of focus. So is his little ear, but I'll fix that. Get out of here. Make any things, just hit Alt and it will get back in there. Same with this right here. Let's get all of this back out. Yeah. Alright, so he's still in focus. That stuff is super far out of focus. It just looks a little bit more blurrier than it was before. This right here, when you're actually looking at a camera, the stuff, it's going to compress. If you have your subjects in focus, it's going to compress the background the further away you are. So this stuff back here also needs to be compressed, but not on the same level as the stuff that's super far away. And so I know I could just hit new, but whatever, it's just easier to go like this. I'm going to make a new one. And it's just going to be this stuff back here, this rock here, and let's rock this out. Hit this rock it out. I'm gonna have to be real careful around his head and his ears, so that those don't get all caught up in this mask as well. But you know, if I mess up, then I can always go back and take some of that out. So we'll see. Let's go make this big, go over this whole area again, just to make sure I got it all. All right, just to make sure, let's check, little red area. Cool, I got a little bit of overlap, but that doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna do the same where I drop down the clarity and the sharpness, but it's not gonna be as much. See how it's almost more than the background? I don't want all that. I just want it to be a little bit, not too much. Yeah, let's drop it like that. Cool, just so it really makes him pop. The sad part about it is that this whole area right here really looks blurry, unfortunately. It just looks like he's the only thing that's in focus. I wonder if I'm able to do anything about that. Let's see, because this spot right here, this could be in focus, because if you're looking at the plane, whatever, I wonder, I'm going to try to do this right here, get the whole Doggy. I'll have to go back and take it out from the other spot. And that, kind of like I was shooting it at an angle, that would mean that his paw would not be getting in part of that either. But let's see what I can do about bringing up the sharpness some. And the clarity just a little bit more. Is that too much? Is that too drastic? It might be. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't change the tint on any of that stuff. So, whoops. I can go back and change that a little bit more after when I go back into those. So that's this. Yeah, that looks like it works for me. Let me click into this one. Let me change this stupid color. Take that to 0. 0. And this one too. Let's put that at 0. All right. So I don't know if that really did anything. It might have, might not have, but you know, whatever. This is the area that it has. Actually, I'm gonna go around the ears and stuff and take that stuff out right there, because I don't want that background to be clear at all behind him. And so if there is any of that, I don't want it. Yeah, you can see it. It's kind of weird how stuff behind him is super foggy, but he isn't, or his isn't at all. I wish there was some more stuff here in the foreground and make it real nice. But let me click on this one and make sure that it goes all the way to the ear. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's get the heck out of there. Let's try to see what we can do with these temps to make it just a little bit, just not as, I don't know, green, I guess. without him changing. I know I can put a mask over him, but I'm not gonna do that. Just make it a little bit more warm. All right, that's fine enough for me. Bring this. No, I don't know if I really want to touch the exposure much. Oh well. Contrast, punch that just a little bit more. Now let's play with this stuff. Let's make these blacks black. It might be too much, but whatever. We can lighten up the shadows a little bit. Let's see these whites. Boom, boom, boom. And all I'm doing is just dinking around with the sliders. I'm not really going to be messing around with anything else. Well, I want the highlights to be anything. Yeah. You know what? I might bring this down. I might just fix these back to where they were. So they're not as yellow or anything. Let me just put these both at 0. And wow, that's such huge difference. Let me bring up the vibrance just a little bit. And the saturate. No, it's just green as heck now. No, yeah, I got it. I gotta rock some just a little bit. Otherwise, it's just gross looking. Just real gross looking. I know I could take those masks and I can change that stuff back there. I don't know if I really want to do that. Yeah, overall, that looks all right. Let me see. Let me dink around with this. The levels. Do I want to make it just a little bit lighter? Just a little bit lighter? No. You can go back with your highlight here. Oof, that looks real bad. Oh. Now back to let's kind of compare it real quick. Make you smaller. Come over here. All right. Other than it looking totally different, what else can we do to make this? He has a little bit of light on his head right there. Should we try to add that in and down his back to make it look like there's a light source that's really on there? That's not anywhere else in the photo. Sure, whatever. Let's do it. Same process. We're just going to make this really small. Right here. We're going to go all over the top of his head. And not really, just touch little spots in his ears and down his little back right there. And let's change this back to down here, 0. We're going to bring up the exposure just a little bit. And let's pop that highlight just a lot. Bring that really out just a lot. No, it's too much. No, it's not too much at all. There we go. Now he's shining a little bit more. If we really want, I mean, we could throw a little bit up here on these things to try to lighten it up on there to make it look like there's a light source up here. That'd be kind of weird. Yeah, it looks kind of, that looks. What it looks like now. Oh. Oh. One more time? It's a little bit more blurred out than the other one. You know what? Let's try to blur it just a little bit more. So we're gonna click on this one. And you see how it's covering just this area? I forgot to do that right there. But if we get the whole thing, then this back here should be doubled. So let's get the whole thing with it. Come on. See how it's getting just a little bit more blurry behind it? Come on. Let me bring this down. I just want to get into this area right here. Just a little bit more blurry behind it. Whoa, totally missed that. Let's see here, right by your ear. Why is it that spot looks the weirdest? So the back's really gone. This isn't as much. This just looks bad just because, and the puppy's there. Might be it. So, yeah. I mean, not much stuff to it. I mean, it's not really anything. Does it look a lot like the doggy here? No, of course it doesn't look exactly like the dog, but neither does the photo. So, side by side. Did we do it? Sure. Does it look a lot more like a photo than it did before? Sure. Let's let me actually export, and then we can just see it as a side by side. All right, here's the two of them side by side. Does it look mighty different? Yeah, like it's orange, but you know, yeah. Hey, you know, hey, for the first shot, not too bad. It's kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie. But hopefully they'll get better. If you have any suggestions for it, please let me know. They should be kind of fun to do with this a little bit further. I hope so. If you have any games that you think would be fun to do, that you think are really cool, let me know. Go ahead, just pop it in the comment section below, and let me know.